You have every right to be upset about your circumstances. Don't ever let anybody make you feel like you shouldn't be bitter. You can admit to being bitter. Somebody keep playing in your face over and over and over and over, and you keep forgiving over and over and over and over. And each time they come back, they present themselves as a changed person. Then you forgive, and then they worse than who they were when they decided to do whatever it was that they did to even make you even have to forgive them to begin with. This is why they say, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me again, shame on me. Y'all should not keep being a fool for anybody. I'm not just talking about relationships. I'm talking about friendships. I'm talking about family. So yes, you forgive, right? And if you want to forgive and still deal with those people, that's fine too. But there's no such thing as 3 times the charm. No. You get one chance. You get one repeat. That's it. You do me dirty, I forgive you. I still allow you in my space. That second time, you're out. You guys cannot keep letting people burn you. Because what's going to happen is not only are they going to get better at what they're doing, they're going to get smarter, they're going to get more creative, they're going to get more manipulative. And then before you know it, they're going to be the victim and you're going to be the villain. Don't give anybody that power over you. And I know that times is hard, and I know that y'all want people to talk to, and I know that y'all want people in y'all's space. Y'all want to be loved and held and everything like that, but don't be a fool. Because when things go bad, women always end up getting the worst end of the stick. And I don't want that for y'all. I don't want that for y'all because I didn't have anybody to tell me. So I had to teach myself. And now since I've taught myself, I can come and bring forth what I've learned to help somebody else out. I don't care if you're older. As long as we have breath in our body, we can learn from anybody. We can learn from our children because our children is our new generations. So don't take these situations lightly. The Bible says that we are supposed to forgive 70 times 7. The Bible says that we are supposed to forgive. But it didn't say that we had to forgive and go back to that person and forgive and continue talking to that person. You're supposed to be mad. You need to be mad. What being mad is going to transform that energy into beast mode. You have to get mad. You can't keep beating yourself up about what did not go right in your life. You cannot keep saying that it's this person's fault, it's that person's fault, or whatever the case is. It's your fault because you allowed it. And whether you allowed it intentionally or unintentionally, that's what we're trying to get to the bottom of. So you're going to have to go to counseling. Counseling is like a school. It's therapy. It's therapeutic. We're going to get to the bottom of why you think the way that you think. You need to go all the way back to your childhood. Why do you want people that make you feel neglected? Why do you run towards people that have abandoned you? Why do you accept the bare minimum and feel like you just won $1 million when they only got you $1 Valentine's Day card? You deserve so much more and you are worth so much more. And don't keep letting people play in your face. Once people realize that you are nice, you have a caring heart, sometimes being an empath, you feel sorry for people that don't even need to be sorry for, because people are great pretenders. I'm surprised I haven't seen some of the people in my life on a big TV screen, because they're good actresses and actors and they will pitch a story like no other. And then your story will seem so small. And one thing that I have learned is you cannot trace a lie no matter how hard you try. You cannot trace a lie. People are literally pathological liars. And the thing about telling the truth is you don't have to remember what you said. That's the good thing about telling the truth. But when you're a pathological liar, you're already 10 steps ahead of that lie. And you can't compete with a liar, so don't even try. This is your cue to never backtrack, okay? Leave the past in the past and you keep moving forward. But like I said, you can be upset, you can be mad, you can be bitter. Those are normal emotions. Don't allow anybody to make you feel like you need to get over something right away, because that's not how life works. It's just like grieving a death, except for the person is not really dead. They are still alive and very well, and it looks like they're thriving when really they're not really thriving. And even if they are thriving, they won't be for long. What you need to do is get to the root issue of why you keep letting people play with you. There is a such thing as letting people play with you, letting people use you for money. Learn how to say no. Okay, we're in a recession. You don't need to be spending your money on people. You don't need to be spending your money on a man that's laying on your couch. It's time to get selfish with ourselves and intentional. We're not being doormats. We're not weak by a long shot. We are strong women. We are strong men. Anybody that felt like they have taken advantage of us in the past, hand clap to you. It works. So let's talk about the future. You will not get away with playing in my face. You will not get away with doing the bare minimum. Just because I appear to look like I have money, that don't mean you ask me for my money. The answer is no. Learn how to say no. Be okay with saying no. Know the heck out of people. If it's not your children, if it's not going towards your bills, you should be keeping your money to yourself. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me again, shame on me. You can't even get mad at the other person if you continue to allow it. Because at that point, it's not even their fault anymore. They're only doing what you're going to allow. If you allow a child to eat candy all day, they're going to eat candy all day. If you allow a cheater to cheat, meaning they cheat and you forgive them and take them back, and then they cheat again and you forgive them and take them back, and then they cheat again, they're going to cheat 15 more times until you finally leave. You don't have to be with that person. You don't have to be with that cheater. You don't have to be with that person that's disrespectful. You do know that there's somebody out there made for everybody, that everybody have a soulmate, but as long as you continue to stay with the wrong person, that you're never going to meet them. You do know that, right? There's a man out here where you will never have to lift a finger. He would never loud talk you and disrespect you. He would never humiliate you. He would never make you feel small. You're going to be his equal. Y'all are going to be equally yoked. It also talks about that in the Bible. He will include you in everything. What's yours is his, and what's his is yours. He will honor you. Like the Bible says, a man is supposed to honor his wife. You don't have to settle for less. You don't have to be a doormat. You don't have to be a yes person. You don't have to be submissive to a man that's not even your husband. You don't have to be controlled. You are your own person. This world is yours. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. You don't have to settle for less. You are worthy of achieving greatness. You don't have to continue talking to that friend every day on the phone because you ain't gonna have nobody to talk to. That's fine. You bring good energy anyways. It's your good energy that was keeping them around anyways, whether it was for the wrong reasons or not. When you guys first met, it was your good energy. You can go out on your own and find new friends. You don't have to be belittled. You don't have to be talked to like you're crazy. Stop allowing people to belittle you. You are somebody. You need to put people in your life, place them in your life, ask God to place them in your life to help you transition your mind. And a lot of times we just have to transition our mind because we are molded into believing that we are less than. We get degraded, we get talked to crazy, we get called stupid, we get called dumb. You are none of those things. We are none of those things. I'm talking to men and women. We are none of these things. We can go out here and we can literally achieve anything that we set our minds to. And that's why they say your mind is the weakest part on your body. If a person keeps calling you stupid and dumb for years and years and years, eventually you'll start believing it. You'll start asking questions as if you're dumb, and you're not dumb. You're not stupid. You're very educated. You graduated high school. You have a degree. You know how to manage your money. You know how to do a lot. You're very intelligent. But it's the trick of the enemy. They want you to continue feeling small. So they go and they choose people to specifically put in your life to cause hell. And you have to be willing to walk away, or you have to be willing to pretend like they are invisible and don't exist. Don't allow them in your life. And if they are already in your life, you're going to have to get rid of them. That's the only way that you're going to find your destiny. That's the only reason why you have not been walking in your purpose, is because you're attaching yourself to the wrong people. They know what they're doing. Satan knows exactly what he's doing. He's choosing these people purposely. They know you want love, so they're going to go and choose somebody that they know is going to do Satan's job to cause hell in your life, so that you'll constantly be distracted. arguing all day, getting called names, making it seem like you're worth nothing. Walk away from all of that. Don't nobody got time for that. We need to get our strength up. We need to get the power up. We need to take our power back. Don't let anybody have that much control and power over you to where you can't work. You can't think straight. You can't focus. You're easily distracted. Nobody should have that much power over you. And if you're in a relationship with somebody who's belittling you and calling you stupid and dumb and who's not lifting you up, all they're doing is tearing you down, you need to walk away. Because all you're doing is setting yourself back. And especially if you have children, talking to myself as well, if you have children, your children is remembering all of that. You have to get wiser, but you have to do the work. Nobody is going to do the work for you. We can sit here all day and say that we want to change, but the hardest thing in the world to do is change, especially when you've been doing everything the same. That's why they say, I did not work this hard to stay the same. You have to put in that work. You have to be intentional. That means you have to get rid of some people in your life. You have to watch what you're watching on TV. You have to watch what you're listening to, because you're poisoning your ears. And I'll be the first to tell you, I like Glorilla, I like some Megan Thee Stallion or whatever. I like some Beyonce and some Riri. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes even I have to pause what I'm singing and I have to realize, like, wait a minute. I'm speaking this out into the universe. I actually want a husband one day. I'm going to get a husband one day, but I'm working on myself first. So be intentional. You have to be intentional. One of the hardest things that I've learned along my journey of just this up and down roller coaster is that it's very hard to detach yourself from people because of trauma bond. Not only will you get a trauma bond with people that you're having relations with, PG-13, but you can also trauma bond with friends as well. You guys went through similar situations, so because of the similarities, you guys click up, and then they turn out to be a terrible person. But because you shared all of your information with them and they've shared all of their information with you, you feel obligated that, hey, they was there for me when I was having a rough time, so I don't want to just say, hey, I don't want to talk to you anymore. That's fine. You don't have to talk to them anymore, but you more so don't have to tell them that you don't want to talk to them anymore. You're supposed to be so busy anyways that every time somebody call you, hey, I'm gonna call you right back, because you're so busy trying to get yourself together and change. A person that don't want to see you change, or a person that's having a hard time changing their lives, they're going to make you feel bad for wanting to change. And they're going to constantly do things to trigger you and bring up your past to remind you of who you used to be. But ignore it. Everybody has a past. Don't let your past define you, because it's not where you come from, it's where you headed. You keep walking a straight line. You continue with that tunnel vision. You don't pay attention to what these naysayers are saying. If it's somebody in your life constantly bringing up your past, ignore it. Don't talk to them at all. You have to be intentional. Like I said, fool me once, shame on you. You should never get a second chance to break my heart. You should never get a second chance to steal my money. You should never get a second chance to disrespect me or anything like that. You get one chance to show me who you really are, and I'm going to believe it, just like Maya Angelou say, okay? You're not going to get a chance to see me at my lowest because you put me there. And while you're at your highest, you're reminding me that I'm nothing. You don't need that in your life. I don't need that in my life. We're going to keep pressing forward. We're going to keep believing in God, and don't keep being a fool for nobody.